Madhusūdana Sarasvatī was an Indian philosopher in the Advaita Vedānta tradition. He was the disciple of Viśveśvara Sarasvatī and Mādhava Sarasvatī, and is the most celebrated name in the annals of the great dvaita-advaita debate. His Advaitasiddhi is a somewhat classic work, and most Advaita teachers maintain that all the logical issues raised by the Dvaita school of Ananda Tīrtha are sufficiently answered by Madhusūdana. Birth and education. Madhusūdana was born in Bengal, and originally called Kamalanayana. He was educated in the Navya tradition, but became an Advaita sannyasi, and moved to Varanasi in order to study Advaita. Journey from Dvaita to Advaita. According to a story, Madhusūdana Sarasvatī is said to have really gone to Navadvipa to meet Chaitanya, the great devotee of Krishna, but the Mahaprabhu refused to meet Madhusūdana. So Madhusūdana turned his attention to studying Nyaya in the flourishing Navya school. He studied works of Udayana such as the Laksanavali, the Tattva Sintamani of Gangesha and its commentaries. Soon Madhusūdana was recognized as a foremost scholar in Nyaya. He was also said to have been influenced by the wave of bhakti sweeping across Bengal due to Chaitanya. One story mentions that Madhusūdana had, at that time, accepted the Bhedavada, the doctrine of difference. The realism of Nyaya seemed to provide a logical basis to Bheda. He soon became keen on disproving Advaita using all his skills in logic, but at the time, since he had not done an in-depth study of Advaita with the intention of learning the details of Advaita Vedānta in order to disprove them, he proceeded to the sacred city of Varanasi. There, he studied Vedanta under Tīrtha. But as Madhusūdana studied Advaita more and more, he became convinced of the validity of Advaita. He later confessed to his guru, Tīrtha, that he had originally come to defeat Advaita in order to refute it and whether there was any prayashita for him. Tīrtha is said to have asked Madhusūdana to accept sannyasa as the prayashita. Regardless of whether these stories are true or not, it is true that a reading of the Advaitasiddhi shows that Madhusūdana was skilled in dealing with logic and dialectics. Note also that the Nyayika, who is a realist to the core, is as much an opponent of the Advaita in debates as other realists such as the Dvaitins. Madhusūdana was more interested in defending Advaita and tackling the exegetical aspects. Works. Madhusūdana wrote a number of works, all involving the defense and exposition of Advaita Vedānta, of which the largest and most respected is the Advaitasiddhi, which opposes the Dvaita Vedānta positions and arguments in Vyasatirtha's work Nyayamta. Madhusūdana also wrote at least 9 other works, of which 5 were commentaries. He wrote the Svara Pratipatti Prakas Vedanta Kalpalatika, Sarasangraha on Sarvinatmas Sangsepasari Rika, and the justly famous Siddhanta Bindu on Ankarakaryas Dasasloki. A total of 21 books have been ascribed to Madhusūdana. Of them, 19 books are undoubtedly his, but the authorship of the remaining 2 is doubtful. 12 of his books are on philosophy, the rest are poems, plays and miscellaneous themes. The philosophical books include commentaries. List of works: Advaitasiddhi, Advaita Manjari, Advaita Ratna Raksana, Atma Bodhitika, Ananda Madikini, Prasthana Beda, Bhagavad Gita, Gudartha Dipika, Vedanta Kalpalatika, Sastra Siddhanta Lisatika, Samsapasari Raka Sara Samgraha, Siddhanta Tattva Bindu, Paramahamsa Priya, Vedastutitika, Astavikriti Vivarana, Rajnam Pratiboddha, Isvara Pratipatti Prakaso, Bhagavata Bhakti Rasayana, Krishna Kutuhala Nataka, Bhakti Samanya Nirupana, Sandalya Sutratika, Hari Leela Vakya, Shivamahim Nastotratika, quotes on Madhusūdana Sarasvatī. Madhusūdana was so accomplished in Navya Nyaya techniques that the following verse is quoted about him when he visited Navadvipa, the center for learning in Nyaya Shastra, meaning, when Madhusūdana, the master of speech, came to Navadvipa, Mathurana the Tarkavajisha trembled and Gadadhara became afraid. A few words about the authors. Madhusūdana Sarasvatī is a towering giant among Advaitins. An oft-quoted verse regarding him is meaning, the goddess of learning. Sarasvatī knows the limits of Madhusūdana Sarasvatī, and Madhusūdana Sarasvatī knows the limits of goddess Sarasvatī. Follower of Bhakti Yoga, Madhusūdana Sarasvatī was a great devotee of Lord Krishna, just like Apaya Dikshita, who integrated Sarvadvaita into Advaita Vedānta. Madhusūdana bridged the Sattvata school of Pankaratra Vaishnavism and Advaita Vedānta philosophy. Madhusūdana boldly differs from Adi Sankara in some of his interpretations of the Brahma Sutras and the Gita, although he salutes Adi Sankara and Viśveśvara in the most reverential terms. Tradition also recounts that Vitālansa, the son of Vallabhacharya of the Sudadvaita school, studied under Madhusūdana Sarasvatī, who thus forms a crucial link between Advaita Vedānta and many Vaishnava sects in the north. Relation with Akbar. According to a Dashanami legend, Madhusūdana Sarasvatī complained to the Mughal Emperor Akbar about Muslim attacks on Hindu ascetics. Akbar's courtier Birbal suggested that Sarasvatī initiate non-Brahmin members in his group and arm them. This legend has been passed down through oral tradition, and its historicity is not confirmed by historical texts. However, J. N. Farquhar believed that it had some historical basis.